So there's a gap in the real estate market right now that not everybody can take advantage of, but if you can, I would recommend that you do before it closes. And this gap now, if I jump into the stats, is being an upsizer, being a move up buyer, so to speak. So to actually show you what I'm talking about here, this is the Fraser Valley stats, and I'm currently looking at the detached chart. So detached peaked out at 1.765 million. Now, it was actually higher than this. Like homes were selling for ridiculous prices, but homes went up and then they came back down all in the same month. And if you look at the HPI, it tends to kind of smooth out inconsistencies. Prices went higher than this, but regardless, it registered at 1.765. Okay. Today we sit at 1.482. So that's $280,000. We are down across the Fraser Valley. Now, areas further out into Abbotsford, Chilliwack are probably going to be a little bit more volatile than this. But again, because we're looking at aggregate pricing all across the Fraser Valley, 280 grand is what we come up with. Now, if you look at apartments, we peaked out at 580K. Today we're at 534K. So only down about 50,000. And that means apartments have gotten about 230 grand closer to detached. So that gap was wider. And now it's a lot smaller, right? If you look at townhomes, we peaked out at 928,000 and today we're at 826,000. So what is that? 100 grand. So townhomes have gotten 180,000, almost $200,000 closer to detached homes. So this is where the opportunity is. It's in upsizing. I did it myself. I put my money where my mouth was. I sold my condo that I lived in for 6.5 years and I moved up into a detached home. And now is even a better time to do it than when I did it, because when I did it, interest rates were at the absolute tippy top peak back in October of 2023. And today, those interest rates have gone from about 6.5% all the way back down to, you could probably get something in the low fours, 4.2, 4.3, somewhere in that range. Because before, when I was making these videos about upsizing, people were like, yeah, you could upsize, but then you're going to be paying these ridiculous amounts of interest and your mortgage is going to go up like crazy. And yeah, your mortgage is going to be higher now, but interest rates have substantially come down. And guess what? That gap between condos to detached or townhomes to detached has remained the same. So I talked to a lot of people who own a condo and they used to be able to get a much better price, maybe 50, 60, 70, 80 grand more back in the day they could get for this condo, right? And they're not okay with selling it because they're not okay with the price. However, if your goal is to sell and then move up to a detached, or even like, let's look at what the price gap was. So, I mean, condos are down 50 grand and townhomes are down 100 grand. So even if you wanted to go from a condo to a townhome, that gap has also gotten closer, right? And here's the thing, if you wait for the market to get better, if you wait for the market to rebound and prices to go up, let's just say market goes up 5%. $1 million detached home goes up 50 grand. Your 500K condo goes up 25 grand. So you just missed out on 25K worth of appreciation there. Now, typically speaking, detached will actually appreciate before townhomes and then condos, because pretty much everybody wants a detached home. That is usually what goes up in price first. Once money starts getting cheaper, once interest rates go down. That is why the gap has closed between these product types, because money has gotten more expensive. It's become more expensive to borrow more money. So once interest rates start coming down and people, start to feel that effect, what typically happens is detached will appreciate first. However, let's say in the worst case scenario, they go up at the same time. Well, if your plan is to upsize, again, okay, yeah, your condo went up $50,000, $60,000, but that detached home went up $100,000, $120,000, and you missed out on that. And it really makes no difference, because now you're going to be paying more for that detached home or paying more for that townhome. And even in the worst event, if we go back to, let's just say 2016, the 2016 rally, detached started appreciating in January of 2016, and apartments started appreciating at the exact same time, January 2016. Townhomes, January 2016. So even in the worst event, everything appreciates at the same time. You're going to see a scenario where, yeah, you're getting more money for your condo, but then you're paying more for the townhome or you're paying more for the detached. So today, yeah, you're getting less for your condo. But when the market finally does come back, whenever that is, you are more than making it up when the larger property that you bought starts to finally appreciate. And it's very difficult to find opportunity within the market these days. I think it's definitely out there. And I think this is objectively an opportunity. This is probably the best, very difficult to argue opportunity out there in the market right now if you have the means to pull it off and do it safely. And I mean, you look at these numbers, let's just say you're going from a townhome to a detached. Okay, the sales ratio of a townhome is 19%. If you look at the sales ratio of a detached, it's 9%. So it's easier to sell your townhome, and then it's also easier to buy your detached home just based on these sales ratios. If we compare it to apartments, okay, apartments, not so great. 13.5%. But again, that's still better than 9% on the detached side, right? So according to the statistics, it is more difficult to sell a detached home right now than it is to sell a townhome or a condo, right? So like I said, it's going to be easier to sell your condo or townhome. And then on the buy side, you have more power on both sides of this equation. You have more power on the selling side and you have more power on the buying side. And then not only that, you are buying in a scenario where the gap between those product types has significantly closed from what it was in the past. Now, if you want to chat with me about what your condo or townhome is worth, or if you're actually thinking about pulling this off and just want some more information, you can book a call with me using the link down in the description. Otherwise, if you're just here for the information, I appreciate you as well. Please like, subscribe. I'm that Agent Kelly, and I'm making moves to move you. Peace.